James's Predicament. Class 40, the Diesel's work in the countryside, was full of surprises, but he was frightened to bulls and cows, and he remained very lazy and scuttled. One day, Flora brought her coach to the station, where James was grumbling, shunning. "Hello, James. I see Class 40's left the milk behind again." "I had to make a special journey within, I suppose. Anyone would think I've nothing to do," grumbled James. "I'll tell you what," replied Flora. "I'll take the milk. You fetch my freight cars." The drivers and station master agreed. James had never been to the quarry before. He began ordering the freight cars about. "Hurry along," he said. The freight cars grumbled to each other. "This is Flora's place. James has got no right to poke his funnel in here and push us around." They whispered and passed the word. "Pay James back! Pay James back!" "Come along," puffed James. "No nonsense." "We'll give him nonsense," giggled the freight cars. But they followed so quietly, they thought they were under control. Suddenly, they saw a notice ahead. All trains stopped to pin down brakes. "Beep, beep, brakes! Conductor, please! On!" they cried. "Help, help!" whistled James. "Peep, peep! Look out!" The brake van was in smithereens. James's driver and fireman had jumped clear, but James was stranded. Next day, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. "We must try now," said Sir Topham Hatt, "to run a branch line with Flora and a diesel. You've put us in an awkward predicament, James." "I'm sorry, sir." "You must stay here until we're ready," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Plus, you really must be more careful with freight cars." James sighed. The freight cars groaned beneath his wheels. He quite understood about awkward predicaments. Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to Diesel 261 too. "My engines work very hard. Very hard. I get rid of lazy engines." The Diesel was ashamed. "However, Flora says you worked hard after James's accident, so you shall have another chance." "Thank you, sir," said the Diesel. "Flora says she'll help me." "Excellent. What Flora doesn't know about branch line problems isn't worth knowing, but our Flora's an experienced engine." Next day, Stepney came back, and James was sent to be mended. The passengers were delighted to see Stepney again, and he took them to run at once. All were now friends, and Flora has taught the Diesel a great deal. He shoot a cow the other day all by himself. That shows you, doesn't it?